Over the next 8 weeks, we'll follow 3 sisters through a journey of fitness, health, and self-love.
I just remember sitting there with you guys and I was watching myself. I think I put that in one of my vlogs. Like, it's me talking, I said all that, but for some reason all these like emotions, like it's like I'm talking to myself. It was just almost like a realization. That's how it felt. It was just like, we're doing this. Everyone's gonna see how we feel. We're gonna be vulnerable. Like, I'm not used to being vulnerable. I'm used to kind of like holding on to those feelings, kind of being like, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm okay. This is how I'm always gonna be. Most people who meet me, they think I'm an outgoing person and all that stuff, and that's good enough. But I know at the end of the day, like, I know I need more, and I know this is not who I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. So just watching myself back and hearing myself say those things, and the questions you ask are not always questions that we get asked every day, right? So then having to answer those, and in the moment you're not rehearsing this, right? It's just what you're answering. Katie asked the answer, and then having it edited and then performed on this We Are Driven was just like I was just like, I want to do the next. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, I want to broadcast this. I want to do it. Like, this is it. Like, I don't care what people think anymore. Like, that's how my initial reaction was. If they don't like it, turn it off. Like that. As much as that, is a little harsh, but it's kind of how I feel, right? It's just like, if you don't like it, then it's fine. You can move on in your life, but this is what I'm doing. So
I think I went to like 5 or 6 classes this week, which was awesome. Definitely didn't think I was going to do that. But full body blast was awesome because there was like 2 or 3 exercises that were new to me that I had never done before, like 2 stations away from the deadlift. And I remember, Miguel, you came up to me, I don't know, we can try it, but it might be too heavy for you with my finger. And I'm like, okay, we'll try it. So I ended up doing, I don't know, like 4 or 5 during that thing, and I was like super pumped. Like, once I left there, I'm like, yes! And again, it's nice to see that you can actually do something that you just are not sure that you can do. Katie and Miguel messaged us and first they messaged us to get back to them on how our week went with food and all that kind of stuff. And they said, but all of us have to comment on it in order for you to upload that video. And the second I saw that, oh my God, I was super nervous. I felt like I was gonna barf. I was so nervous. And then I was like, you know what, whatever. Like, well, it is what it is now. Like, there's no going back now. So yeah, us sisters were all 3 in the office. But I think we even sent you a photo to the group, and we're like we were so like just pumped. We were pumped up, and then we were also like, oh my God, it's actually gonna start. And then the second that you said, like, I wish I was there with you guys, I literally was thinking to myself, I wish they were here with us too. Like, I didn't want to watch it on my own, to be honest with you. I literally was asking any of my friends, I'm like, what are you doing tonight? I might have to like stop by in like 5 minutes because I can't watch it on my own. I will nitpick. I know I will. I need someone else who loves me to be there and watch it with me because I can't watch it by myself. I can't do it. So yeah, you said, well, what about if we come and do it together? And I was like, oh my God, thank God. Yeah, so then you guys came, and I remember I was just like, I was freaking out. I don't know why. And then like literally within like 2 seconds of it on, I was like, oh my God, I was so excited. And I was pumped. And then I don't know, like, that's literally what it felt like. I was excited to see the beginning episode, and then I'm like super excited to see how we'll be at the end of it. That's the biggest thing for me, like to see the progress. That's what I'm excited, because I felt like I felt different even in my first interview. Like, I'm not nervous now. Like, I was super nervous then. Because I was always in the background, like, well, you guys know, even when you guys offered this to us, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do this. And even my sisters, when we left, were like, how are you more pumped about this now than we are? Just like, I was just happy at the fact that I laughed at my own self. Like, that's what I felt proud of, to be honest with you. Because I said in the thing that I wanted to have fun with this. And I felt like I still, like, I looked at it and I was just like pumped about it. Yeah.
A lot more, it was a positive week for me this week compared to the very beginning leading up to it and stuff. I made it to my workouts. I tracked all week, which was different for me. So yeah, I felt really good this week. We got the message saying you guys are gonna do the show to us. we were a little bit all really nervous, but we were super excited to see it, right? Because we've been working hard at this, and very nice that you and Miguel came to City Tile and, you know, showed us and put on the big screen. But that whole thing, it was just so emotional for me. I mean, rewatching it even now and seeing how proud I am of just all three of us. Yeah, but for me personally, it was a super emotional. You know yourself, and you see yourself in the mirror, and you hear yourself, all these things. But to see yourself like that, I'm super proud of myself for being open like this and being, vulnerable in what I'm doing. But to see myself, that was a bit of a struggle. Not that I'm not proud of myself for where we are, but the turmoil of just feeling like, oh my gosh, now it's going to be out there and people are going to see me, and I don't want to, I guess, feel judged. So a little bit of the past feelings kind of came back. But after talking to like my husband and a couple of my friends and showing them the video in private with them, it gave me that sense of like, no, like I'm doing this. There's a reason why I'm doing this. So, I mean, people are going to be mean sometimes, but hopefully the people that are watching that are there to support and be inspired by that, right? I'm not going to lie and say that I was like, oh, yay. It was like, okay, wow, there's parts of my body that I really don't like, and that was really hard for me to kind of push through. But when I was able to push past, I thought, you know what, Christina, it's just who you are. You're showing up at a gym. You're not going to necessarily look your best. You're there to do what you need to do. And like I, looked at myself, and I'm the heaviest sister, and I had all these really bad thoughts going through my head. But after I kind of brought myself back to like what I was proud of what I had done, the goals I had made this week. So next week I'll make some new goals, and then, so I think my mind, I go into that slump, but I came out, and I feel better about coming out, and I feel more positive.
Yeah.
So
we decided that they were taking us to Superstore, which I thought was a really neat idea because we've never, in the year that I've been at the gym, there's always been food talk and, the smart choices, the not so smart choices, comparing what's better than the other. As Katie always says, there's no good or bad food, just smarter choices. So it was really neat to kind of walk around with them both and see what they do and their little sneaky tricks that they have up their sleeve and ways to kind of combat the high carbs and the high calorie options and items that like I didn't even think to compare, like flavored yogurt, like Greek yogurt, comes in 0%, 2%, 10%, and then actually having all three of those side by side and kind of comparing the three different types was something that I never really looked at. I always just went for 0% and hope for the best, but even flavored yogurt, can get really high in, sugar is especially. So yeah, it was just kind of cool to, all parade around in Superstore with our camera and kind of felt like celebrities. So it's kind of cool.
Poor Danielle just gets better from being sick. Is so excited to come and do her one-on-one. And
Katie.
So
I just can't win, guys.
We'll make up for it.
We better.
Oh man, she needs a drink.
Yeah, a strong one.